Welcome to the section of sequence and series. 4 questions to 5 questions you will get from this chapter. 4 questions to 5 questions you will get from this chapter. Sequence and series. Okay. And this concept we are studying under 2 headings: arithmetic progression and geometric progression. Okay. Now let us see sequence. When I collect the numbers with a definite rule, that is, let us say I have a sequence 1 3 5 7 etc. These numbers are written in a specific order, that is with a definite rule. What is that rule? 3 minus 1 is 2, 5 minus 3 is 2, 7 minus 5 is 2. So that is the rule I am following for writing these numbers. So it is a sequence. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 etc. It is a collection of numbers. Again, these are written. How these are written? In an increasing order you are writing the numbers. In an increasing order. 1 by 3, 1 by 5, 1 by 2, 1 by 3, 1 by 4 etc. This is also a sequencer. These numbers you are writing with a rule, that is, look at this, increasing order, difference is 2. In the same manner here also you are following a particular pattern. This way when you collect the numbers, then it is called a sequence. Here my question is not on the definition of sequence. I have to concentrate more on arithmetic progression and geometric progressions. So when will I say the given collection of sequences in arithmetic progression? When will I say the given sequence of numbers are in arithmetic progression? When will I say the given sequence of numbers are in geometric progression? This way. Fine. Arithmetic progression. First let us discuss arithmetic progression. Arithmetic progression. Now let us see the introduction of this. A sequence is said to be in arithmetic progression if the difference between the succeeding term and its preceding term is a constant. A sequence is said to be in arithmetic progression if the difference between the succeeding term and its preceding term is a constant. So this difference is known as common difference. This difference is known as common difference and is denoted by D. And this difference is known as common difference and is denoted by D. So D is equal to succeeding term minus preceding term. Succeeding term minus preceding term. So succeeding term is equal to preceding term plus common difference. Succeeding term is equal to preceding term plus common difference. Notice this point. In an arithmetic progression, succeeding term is obtained by adding common difference to its preceding term. Succeeding term is obtained by adding the common difference to its preceding term. Now sir, when numerical numbers are given, we don't have any problem to identify whether the sequence is in AP or not. For example, 1, 3, 5, 7, etc. Look at this. Second term minus first term is equal to 2. Third term minus second term is equal to 2. Fourth term minus third term is equal to 2, etc. Now look at this. The difference between succeeding term and preceding term is a constant throughout the sequence. Therefore, this particular sequence is in arithmetic progression. When numerical numbers are not given, then what will I do here? When numerical numbers are not given, so second point, general sequence in an AP. General sequence in an AP. A comma A plus D, A plus 2D, A plus 3D, etc. up to n terms. Now there is one more doubt you will get in your mind. How many terms a sequence is having? How many terms a sequence in arithmetic progression is having? Let us to be more specific here. How many terms a sequence in arithmetic progression is having? Okay, we'll consider for an AP here. Here for a discussion I am considering finite number of terms. Sometimes you can extend up to infinity also, no problem at all. Now look at this. When a sequence is having finite number of terms, it is a finite sequence. And when the sequence is having infinite number of terms, it is an infinite sequence. Okay. So when I am talking about general sequence in an arithmetic progression, I am considering finite number of terms. Now look at this. Here, first term is independent of common difference. When I add common difference D to first term, I am getting second one. Again, common difference D is added to this one. Third term is added this way. So again, one more time I am repeating. When I add common difference to first term, I am getting second term. Again, when common difference is added to the second term, you are getting third term. Common difference when added to the third term, you are getting fourth term. This way, you observe a particular pattern here. How to write the last term of the sequence? Look at this. First term is equal to A. This is A plus 0 into D. A plus 1 minus 1 into D. Second term is equal to A plus D. A plus 1 into D. This is A plus 2 minus 1 into D. Third term is equal to A plus 2D. This is A plus 3 minus 1 into D. Fourth term is equal to A plus 3D. A plus 4 minus 1 into D, etc. A plus 4 minus 1 into D, etc. Nth term, how to write this nth term, which is also a general term of the sequence. Look at this here. First term is written as A plus something. Second term is written as A plus something. Third term is also written as A plus something. Sorry. So each term is written as A plus something, something, something. So here also you will write a plus. If it is a first term, it is written as 1 minus 1 into d. If it is a second term, it is written as 2 minus 1 into d. If it is a third term, it is written as 3 minus 1 into d. If it is a fourth term, it is written as 4 minus 1 into d. Similarly, if I proceed, if it is an nth term, it is written as n minus 1 into d. Therefore, nth term of the sequence is equal to Tn. This is general term. This is also last term. Is a plus n minus 1 into d. A plus n minus 1 into d. Okay. Okay, sir. Second point. When a constant is added, to each term of an AP, or when a constant is subtracted from each term of an AP, comma, the resulting sequence is also in AP. The resulting sequence is also in AP. For example, sir, 5, 8, 11, 14, etc. This is the sequence I have. What I am doing? A constant I am adding here. Let 3 is added to each term. Let 3 is added to each term. So 3 plus 5, 8. 8 plus 3, 11. Same sequence I am getting. Let me add one more term, other number rather than 3. Let 4 is added. 4 plus 5, 9. 8 plus 4, 12. 11 plus 4, 15. 14 plus 4, 18, etc. When a constant 4 is added to each term of the given sequence, another sequence is obtained. Let us see here. Common difference 12 minus 9 is equal to 15 minus 12 is equal to 18 minus 15 is equal to 3. 12 minus 9 is equal to 15 minus 12 is equal to 18 minus 15. Common difference is same. So it is in arithmetic progression. Similarly, you can subtract. When 2 is subtracted, 5 minus 2, 3. 8 minus 2, 6. 11 minus 2, 9. 14 minus 2, 12, etc. This is the new sequence is obtained. Original sequence is 5 comma 8 comma 11 comma 14 etc. Okay, you are adding when a constant 4 is added, this sequence is obtained. I verified whether it is in AP or not. Now I am subtracting a constant. What is the new sequence obtained? 3 comma 6 comma 9 comma 12 etc. Now 6 minus 3 is 3, 9 minus 6 is 3, 12 minus 9 is 3 etc. Here also common difference is same. Therefore this sequence is in arithmetic progression. So let us see this point once again. When a constant is added to each term of an AP, or when a constant is subtracted from each term of an AP, the resulting sequence is also in arithmetic progression. So this point is related to addition subtraction. Let us see the point with the multiplication and division. When each term of an AP is multiplied with a constant, when each term of an AP is multiplied with a constant or divided by a constant, the resulting sequence is also in AP. When each term of an arithmetic progression sequence is multiplied with a constant or is divided by a constant, the resulting sequence is also in AP. Let us see, sir, for example, 2 comma 4 comma 6 comma 8 comma 10 etc. This is the sequence given. Now what I am doing, each term of this sequence I am multiplying with a constant 3. When each term is multiplied with a constant, when each term of this sequence is multiplied with a constant 3. So new series, 3 2s are 6, 4 3s are 12, 6 3s are 18, 24, 30 etc. 12 minus 6 is 6, 18 minus 12 is 6, 24 minus 18 is 6, 30 minus 24 is 6. Means when each term of an arithmetic progression is multiplied with a constant, resulting sequence is also in AP. Now, let us see second point here. When each term is divided by a constant, when each term is divided by a constant 2. When each term of this sequence is divided by a constant 2 by 2 1, 4 by 2 is 2, 6 by 2 is 3, 8 by 2 is 4, 10 by 2 is 5 etc. This is the new sequence obtained. 2 minus 1 is 1, 3 minus 2 is 1, 4 minus 3 is 1, 5 minus 4 is 1. Common difference is same. So this is also in arithmetic progression. Okay. Now, when each term of an arithmetic progression is multiplied with a constant or is divided by a constant, the resulting sequence is also in AP. Next. Next point is, sir, let us see the general sequence in an AP. Tn is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. A plus n minus 1 into d. What is the advantage with this general term? If you replace n with 1, you'll get first term of the sequence. If you replace n with 2, you will get second term of the sequence. If you replace it with 3, you'll get third term of the sequence. So when we know the general term of any sequence, then you can generate the terms of this particular sequence. So general term is used to find the value of any term when its order is given. When its order is given. General term is used to find the value of any term when its order is given. It is also used to find the value of any term. It is also used to find the value of any term when its order is given. When its order is given. It is also used to find the value of any term. Both are same points. It is also used to find the order of any term. Order of any term when its value is given. Look at the first point here. General term is used to find the value of any term when its order is given. Reverse case here. It is also used to find the order of any term when its value is given. It is also used to find the number of terms of a given sequence. Number of terms in a given sequence. In a given sequence. Let's see, sir, how can we calculate? Tn is equal to L. This is A plus n minus 1 into d. So last term of the sequence is A means first term, n minus 1 into d means common difference. A can be replaced with the first term I am writing. D means common difference I am writing here. I am replacing D with the CD. Bring F2 to Ft to this side, Lt minus Ft. Last term minus first term is equal to n minus 1 into common difference. Last term minus first term by common difference is equal to n minus 1. Therefore, n is equal to last term minus first term divided by common difference plus 1. Last term minus first term divided by common difference plus 1. This way, when you know the general term, it is used to find the number of terms. Otherwise, when general term is given, it is used to calculate the number of terms in this manner. Last term minus first term by common difference plus 1. This is the advantage general term is now. Next, Next, a sequence is said to be in arithmetic progression. A sequence is said to be in arithmetic progression if its general term is a linear expression in N. A sequence is said to be in AP if its general term is a linear expression in N. That is, Tn is equal to An plus B form. Tn is equal to An B plus form. When it is given in this manner, it will always represent an arithmetic progression. Let us verify this. Let us take Tn is equal to 3n plus 2, sir. It's a linear expression. N power is 1. N power is 1. So linear expression. Replace n with 1. 3 into 3 plus 2. 9 plus 2, 11. T4 is equal to 3 into 4 plus 2. 12 plus 2, 14. Etc. Look at this, sir. 8 minus 5. Or let me write the sequence first. 5, 8, 11, 14. 5, 8, 11, 14, etc. 8 minus 5 is equal to 11 minus 8 is equal to 14 minus 11 is equal to 3. 8 minus 5 is equal to 11 minus 8 is equal to 14 minus 11 is equal to 3. So the difference between succeeding term and preceding term is a constant. Therefore it is in arithmetic progression. Therefore this point is true. A sequence is said to be in arithmetic progression if its general term is a linear expression in N. Now, sir, notice one more point here. First term of the sequence is obtained by adding the two constants we have in the given expression. Again, I am repeating this point. The first term of the sequence is obtained by adding the two constants in the given expression. 3 plus 2, 5. So, when general term is given, how can you get first term? This is equal to A plus B. First term is obtained as A plus B. Then I need one more important value, that is common difference. How can I get? Look at this, sir. Common difference is 3. Common difference is equal to 3 here. This 3 is nothing but a coefficient of N. This 3 is nothing but a coefficient of N. So common difference is equal to coefficient of N. This is equal to A. Okay, this is very useful result for you to solve the numerical problems. Sometimes general term will be given to you and he'll ask you to find out the value of any particular term or something else. So in arithmetic progression, if I know the first term and common difference value, most of the problems I can solve. Okay, so this is a useful result for us. Next. three terms A comma B comma C are in AP, if and only if B minus A is equal to C minus B, B minus A is equal to C minus B. Therefore, B plus B is equal to A plus C. 2B is equal to A plus C. I can use it as a result. 2 times the middle term is equal to 2 times the middle term is equal to sum of first and last terms. Then the sequence is said to be in arithmetic progression. It is in arithmetic progression, which is based on the concept of general term of the sequence. General term of the sequence. Okay. Next, representation of terms in AP. Representation of terms in AP. Representation of terms in AP. When you want to represent 3 terms, how can we take? When 3 terms are given, when 3 terms are given, or for 3 terms, anyway you can use 3 terms. 3 is an odd number. 3 is an odd number. When the number of terms are odd, there is one middle term, fix it as A. Also take common difference is equal to D. Remember this point, sir. When the number of terms are odd, take common difference as D. There is only one middle term A. How to write? You write one term on the right hand side, one term on the left hand side. What is the advantage of writing in this manner? Generally the information is given this way. Sum of 3 numbers in an AP is 15. Sum of 3 numbers in an AP is 15. So when I add these 3, common difference is eliminated. First term value can be obtained. 3A is equal to 15, A is equal to 5. Okay. So out of 2 unknowns we have, one value is obtained. So additional information is product of the 3 numbers is suppose 120. Product of the 3 numbers is 120 or some other value. 120 means A is equal to 5. I'll get a negative value. So product is equal to, I'll take 150. Then D value is obtained when I want both are positive. Okay. This way, from the given information or using the given information, you can find out the value of first term and common difference. Next. When I want to represent 4 terms, when 4 terms are given, 4 is an even number. So for even number of terms, there are 2 middle terms. For even number of terms, we have 2 middle terms, and take common difference is equal to 2D. So this is A plus 3D, A minus 3D, A plus 3D and A minus 3D. When 5 terms are given, 5 is an odd number. 5 is an odd number, and the discussion for odd number of terms is over here. So there is one middle term I have. I have to take common difference, or I'll fix common difference as D. A plus D here, A minus D here, A plus 2D here, A minus 2D here. This way, depending upon the number of terms are odd or even, you can proceed. Okay, this is representation of terms in arithmetic progression. Next, sum 2 in terms of an AP. How to calculate the accumulated value? Sum means accumulated value. How to find out the sum? S is equal to n by 2 into a plus l. Let us see this. S is equal to a plus d, a plus 2d, plus etc. Last term is L. A plus d, a plus 2d, etc. Last term is L. Now write the sequence again, starting from the last term L. What will be the value of the term preceding to the last one? What will be the value of the term preceding to the last one? Look at this here. When you are moving from left to right, common difference you are adding. Again I am repeating this point. When I am moving from left to right, common difference is added to get the succeeding term. A plus b, a plus 2d, etc. Similarly, when you are coming from right to left, same common difference is subtracted. L minus d, L minus 2d plus a, L minus d, L minus 2d, etc. plus a. Add these two. 2s is equal to a plus l, a plus d plus l minus d, etc. plus l plus a. Plus d minus d cancel. So this is equal to a plus l, a plus l, a plus l plus etc. plus a plus l. Now same term you are adding, sir. How many times it is added? N times. N terms are there, so n times it is added. 2s is equal to n into a plus l. This is n by 2 into a plus l. Sum to n terms of an AP is equal to n by 2 into a plus l. N is equal to number of terms. A is equal to first term, L is equal to last term. Okay. Now you can write the formula in terms of common difference also. L is equal to n by 2 into, S is equal to n by 2 into a plus, L is replaced with a plus n minus 1 into d. L is replaced with a plus n minus 1 into d. A plus a to a. So Sn is equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into. This is the formula in terms of first term and common difference. A sequence is said to be in arithmetic progression. A sequence is said to be in arithmetic progression when its sum to n terms is a quadratic expression in n. Is a quadratic expression in n. A sequence is said to be in arithmetic progression when its sum to n terms is a quadratic expression in n. So S is equal to an square plus bn. S is equal to an square plus bn. When it is given in this manner, you can say it is in arithmetic progression. When Sn is given or S is sum is given as an square plus bn. So the sequence generated by this is always in arithmetic progression. So once again, first term is required. Add two constants, sir. Coefficient of n square plus coefficient of n is equal to first term of the sequence. Common difference is equal to common difference is equal to 2 into coefficient of n square. This is equal to 2a. Remember this result. Remember this as a result. When Sn is equal to an square plus bn, sum to n terms of an AP, then you can write first term and common difference. For example, sir, Sn is equal to 2n square plus 3n. Find Tn, or you can say find T10. Let us take this one. Immediately I can write first term 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. Common difference is equal to D. 2 into 2, 4. First term is obtained, common difference is obtained. T10 is equal to A plus 90. A plus 90. Remember, sir, in arithmetic progression, common difference coefficient is always 1 less than order of the term. Again I am repeating this point. In arithmetic progression, common difference coefficient is always 1 less than order of the term. So A is equal to 5 plus 9 into 4. 5 plus, so 40. It is 40. T10 is equal to 40. This way, Sn value is given, you can calculate. Okay. Next. Sn minus S of n minus 1 is equal to Tn. Sn minus S of n minus 1 is equal to Tn. Let us see, sir. Sn means sum to n terms of the sequence T1 plus T2 plus T3 plus etc. T of n minus 1 plus Tn. There are n terms I have. Adding these n terms, I'll get Sn. What is S of n minus 1? Adding the n minus 1 terms. Adding the n minus 1 terms only. Subtract. Sn minus S of n minus 1. These two cancel. Leaving with the Tn. So Sn minus S of n minus 1 is always general term of the sequence Tn. Fine. One more result for us. to find out the sum to n terms of the series. Sorry, to find the general term of the sequence. Once we know general term, any problem you can solve. Fine. So that's all here as far as basics of arithmetic progression is concerned. Next session I'll go for numerical part. Okay, thank you.